Well, I'm not off to a good start. I missed the bus by about 30 seconds, and now I missed my first bus of the day by 30 seconds, and now I don't know if I'll be able to make all my connections. The dart connections I can deal with. It's those stinking connections over on shore transit that I'm worried about. So I might be so the trip hasn't even really officially begun yet, and I may already be totally screwed. I guess we'll find out here. There's supposed to be another bus coming at 6:20, so yeah. And then we'll see if we can get back on track here. Well, excuse me. I am still trying to get back on track. From what I can tell, what I need is this 54 to Christina Mall. I think it's supposed to be here at 7:03. So that's not too much longer. So I don't know exactly how long it's going to take to get to the mall. That is the last stop, so I can't miss the stop this time. So I may still have a shot to get back on track today. It's this is a problem. My interesting. Damn it. Interestingly, I saw a coach bus go by earlier that was marked, so oh boy, this wind ain't no joke. Anyway, and I'm guessing that was the 301. So that's probably the bus. I probably would have been on that bus if if I'd have been able to catch the damn 10 back there. Yeah, so I feel like hold on, I think I might have heard a bus. Anyway, I feel like a complete idiot I feel like a bloody idiot for not scouting. I think this is my bus. You coming in here? Nope, that ain't my bus either. Awesome. Well, I finally found the 301 stop. Jeez Louise, what a pain in the bum this was. So I think the bus is supposed to be here at 7:48. So I got about 20-30 minutes. I got to do an exact time change. I don't think it's going to be horrendously long. I still don't have a good feeling about that connection to the buses in Maryland. And what an incredible foul up all of this was. But as we get our wonderful shot of 95 over there, which hopefully I'll be on soon. Well, we'll see if I make it or not, if I'm going to be out $100 that I spent on that darn hotel down there. And yeah, I might be. I don't want to call it yet whether I'm gonna get myself out of this mess, or if I'm going to be totally screwed. So I'm not ready to call it quite yet, but I'd say it's 50-50, and that might be being a little bit on the generous side, but hey, we'll try to think at least a little bit positively. Maybe I burned off my bad luck early. It's not impossible. over the canal now. That was a big bridge. Now I finally got on the 303 going over the railroad tracks. Now, anyway, it looks like I still have a shot of making my connection. I'm still worried though. I'm very worried. I don't know if I should be more or less worried. I decided to set the, hold on. I set the meter to screwed because after what happened, all the foolishness I had to deal with this morning. I mean, I don't know, it's entirely possible that I am totally screwed, but I don't know that for a fact yet, so I'm just going to keep it on. This is 50-50. I'm going to keep it just on plain old screwed for now. We'll see how that goes. This is a pretty serious highway here. Out here though. Anyway, we're heading out into the boondocks now. 303. So it seems like I still have a chance to make it to my hotel tonight. We'll just have to cross those fingers and hope for the best. Actually a free-for-all bus. It runs, here we are bouncing along down this highway. It's way, this is pretty high. I think I don't know what they're growing over there, you know. You can put it in the comments. That's a lot to ask for. So we'll see how this goes. Even if I do end up on the 141, I will still continue to push forward basically becomes a circulator around the little town of Laurel, Delaware. Before it's a very strange deviation. I feel like a local circulator could serve this route. This portion of the route much better and at a similar cost too. But I think we're finally making the move to get back on 13 to head down to Delaware. I think they're getting ready to pull away. I think this time is for real. Again, another case of transit signal priority. Another delay that could have been prevented by a transit signal priority. No, I guess not. Okay, here we go. Alright, this time it's gotta be for real. Seriously? Alright, and they're off. Back to good old Delaware. Really is amazing how many of these delays could be avoided with a little, how much difference just a little bit of transit signal priority can make. I mean, look at this foolishness. Unbelievable. And with that, finally, after waiting almost 4 hours, I am on my way. This darn, now I gotta get off at Culver Street. I'm finally made the transfer from DART to Shore Transit. My goodness, what a pain in the rear this was. I always knew this 116 was the weak link. Yeah, first they dropped the trip that I needed, then this bus was late. Thought I'd never get out of that darn wind. Long last, I have finally made it to the stop for the 452. It's an incredible odyssey here. I saw the first sign for Ocean City. This is a really weird bus stop with these super hostile benches out here in the wind. No benches inside the shelters. The signs for this, come look at this foolishness. This is one of the biggest stops that this transit agency has, and yet they don't put any signs on. They don't put any route numbers that stop here. Nothing. It's just really, really sad. All of this is just incredibly sad. And now, because that last bus I was on was late, so that means that now I have to wait another hour. So I'm just having dinner with now instead of in Ocean City from whatever crap I could scrounge up from the gas station over there, which doesn't even have a damn bathroom. How lame is that? On the bright side, there's a 1 in a million shot. I'll get some foamer shots from the railroad bridge over there. So I guess I'll just, but it does look like I will catch the 452, so I'm not totally screwed. So things are looking up in that regard. I just can't believe how screwed up this has been. This was supposed to be the easy leg of this trip. The northern approach was hard. Wait till we hit the western approach tomorrow. I've moved the meter to very close to totally screwed. The only reason I haven't declared mission failure yet is because I saw a bus go by over there a few minutes ago. I'm hoping it'll come back. It was a nicer bus too, which is a rarity on shore transit. So I'm hoping that's my bus. I thought it was supposed to be here at 5:30. It's 6 now, and the damn bus still hasn't come. There's nobody at the bus stop, so this is really looking bad here. But I'm still not quite ready to declare mission failure yet. Mainly because of that one bus I saw go by on the main road over there. So I don't know how much longer. I'm going to try to see if anyone knows if there's another bus coming today, but yeah, I'm thinking that eating the cost of the hotel is probably going to be less painful than trying to pay for an Uber to get there. But either way, I think there's probably a 95% chance that this mission is a failure. And yes, it is true, missing the bus, the 10 back in Wilmington did throw me for a loop. But I still could have made it if these jackasses on shore transit hadn't dropped a trip on the 116 this afternoon. I think in all likelihood, from that moment forward, I was completely screwed. I was totally screwed. So here we are. Not quite sure how much longer I can wait before I have to declare mission failure, but it seems like it's coming. Hot damn success! You going to Ocean City?
Yeah, you got one coming out.
Oh, yes, sir. Great. Thank you so much. 1 second, I'll get you $3. All right. I got it on deck here.
Cool. Appreciate it.
Okay. Thank goodness. Man, I thought I was totally screwed there. Just a couple of... What do you know? What do you know? I held out for another... I decided to hold out till 6:30, and it paid off. I did not use my phone for anything. I'm still on track. This mission, in fact, I think for the first time all day, hold on 1 second. I can now move the meter from almost totally screwed to all the way back to, for the first time all day, I am all good. This mission is going to be a success. And that's the bus I'm going to be riding tomorrow on the way out. Golly. And to think that the northern approach was supposed to be the easy one too. And I came within 12 minutes of failing this mission. I still got a 2-hour ride on this bus, but at least now I am finally on my way. What a bloody disaster. This trip was a bloody disaster, but I made it work. I just saw a sign that said Ocean City. I think we might be going on the direct approach to Ocean City, not going down to Princess Anne first. So, that's great. That saves me a huge, that takes a huge bite out of this, this trip. There's a few park and ride stops. Oh boy, brakes are really rough in this thing. Since there's no one else on the bus, this would be a good time for, I can finally get some on-board views. So as you can see, these seats, they are actually padded. In a lot of ways, this bus reminds me of the one I took in my airport, in my Charlottesville transit adventure, when I rode out to the airport. Well, I rode to about 2 kilometers from the airport and then walked the rest of the way. Overall, though, yeah, it's really looking like we're going to take the direct approach to Ocean City. So that's going to get me there an hour. So that's going to cut an hour off this trip, which is absolutely wonderful. I could sure use some good news today. This bus is also similar to the Afton Express, minus doesn't have the luggage rack. Good grief, dude. As I was saying before I was interrupted by that moron. So since there's no one else on the bus right now, I'm sure we'll pick up some more people at these park and rides. But great, we caught up with that moron again. Anyway, I think not only are we taking this bus, kind of an interesting design on that bridge. This bus seems to be, is very similar to the one that's used by both the Afton Express and Jaunt's Connect routes. They're probably all made by the same company. And this is the closest I've come to failing a mission since the train ride way back in 2022. It just goes to show. So can you get to Ocean City without using cellular data, a credit card, or a car? Yes, you can. Absolutely, you can. I'm doing it right now. Is it fun? Is it fast? Is it fast, easy, or fun? Hell no. But at least it's cheap. So, this guy again. Anyway, at least it's cheap, so there is that. Right, final deviation in the bag. Sometimes you have to get off there and transfer to some kind of shuttle bus, but fortunately that didn't happen this time. So I'm just on my way, and we're coming up on the bridge here. Not really much to see right now, but there will be in a second. Oh yeah. Yep. I wonder how many many of those money bags do you think will still have houses after the next hurricane? Here we are. So this is the biggest bridge on this trip. Well, no, the one on Dart was bigger this morning, but this is the final obstacle. Hey, there's even a walking path that actually has a fence on it. It would be annoying to have to walk this, but I can't call it a death bridge. And we just drove over and that is a movable bridge we just passed over. That is pretty cool. Transit over a movable bridge would have been annoying as hell if it had raised on us, but that is super cool, and my stop is coming up here very soon. This 11.5-hour nightmare will finally be over. Flood area, yep, I believe that.
Next stop, Ocean City Transfer Point.
That's it. That's the end of the road. I guess I better get my coat on because it's bloody cold out there. All right, and mission accomplished. I just learned this is the Ocean City train depot, which of course today is only served by buses. And it's my bus. Yep, the bus I came in on is right over there. You can see it back there. 432. I don't know where this bus is going. I'm not going to get on a bus. I don't know where it's going. I've had enough trouble trying to get on buses. I do know where they're going. I am not going to risk. I am definitely not going to risk riding one that I don't know where it's going. Anyway, there isn't even a driver on it, so let's just not worry about that. So I just got to find, but yeah, it's pretty cool. They preserved the old train station and turned it into the bus station, and here comes my bus now. And there it goes, riding off into the sunset. Speaking of, got the amusement park over here, obviously still closed for the season. All right, but I wouldn't like to get an Ocean City transit credit while I'm here, but I really need to get some sleep. I've been up for 13 hours. Yep. And so that's what so I'm gonna get out my directions here, hike over to my hotel. It's not far. I made it to the Ocean City boardwalk. The beach is down there. It's bloody cold. I literally saw 2 people go by. Rio it is not, but that is kind of a cool sight. So I'm just trying to find some, I guess, yeah, give it a month and this place is going to be absolutely slammed. But for right now, I just hear something weird. Oh man, that is kind of cool though. Yeah, they're getting it ready, trying to get people over there in a month when they'll probably open in about a month. Yeah, everything is closed. Everybody's just... That was a pretty big wave that just came in. It's a pretty wide beach. It's a lot wider than Copacabana. Of course, some of this might be engineered because to keep this tourist trap in business. There's actually a ship out there. I don't know if you can see the light blinking occasionally or not. Probably not, but it is there. So there you have it. So this is Ocean City. Oh man. Well, I guess I'm gonna get back to my hotel. Maybe there are some buses running. I might see about possibly getting an Ocean City transit credit. I think what I'll do is I'll get up. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get the credit or not. It's not really that important. It would be nice.